All right, started day 5. I'm at Santee at the hotel. Got a good night's sleep. Got some good food in me. I was feeling the hunger. My bike did have a low back tire again. Put in here and hopefully it'll hold. Been battling this the whole time. The goal days go about 50 miles. There's a campsite on Lake Moultrie that I can camp at. I think there's also just some woods where I can stealth camp if need be. There's a call for rain today. It's not cool. I mean, it's cool, but it's not cold. So I may even shed this raincoat for the beginning of riding just short sleeves. That's about where I stand. Looking forward to that Thanksgiving dinner. Heading out of Santee, just crossed over I-95. Looks like the Santee section is all road, paved road and dirt road. And then go into the Eutaw Springs passage, which I couldn't tell by reading the passage description on the website, but it may be road too, road and dirt road. Then I get into Lake Moultrie. That'll be riding the dike and some trail, I believe. If I can get 50 miles to that campsite, I'll be really happy. Not sure I'm gonna make it all the way to the end. I gotta recognize that my wife's coming to get me from where Thanksgiving dinner is gonna be. So I gotta make it as easy on her as possible. So I'm gonna see if I can slam some miles today. All right. I just talked to that farmer. I was going way on to private property. He was very nice. He said that part of the trail is just not maintained at all. So I am gonna go back out to the highway, turn right and go to Vance. And that should tie me back in with the Palmetto Trail. But he said actually I'm supposed to go down that. Oh, I can't see it, I don't pass it. Let me end the route. But he said he's constantly having to give hikers rides, and it's just one of the challenges of a trail like this. Is just so disconnected. I know the Palmetto Trail, I think it's Palmetto Trail Coalition, they work hard to try to piece this thing together, but it's going to be very hard because there's so much private land in between the passages. So actually bikepacking it may be easier than hiking it. Not obviously you go quicker, but it may be easier just to connect the passages. So I'll just ride it back down this dirt road. It's about a mile. Get back on the highway. Make my way to Vance and see if I can get back on the bikepacking route proper. There goes all your cotton socks and underwear. Riding through the town of Vance. When I cross this intersection, I will be back on the bikepacking.com route. Not sure if I'm on the Palmetto Trail route proper or not, but I'm back on my breadcrumb. Let's see if we can stay off of private property. Not get shot during hunting season, or just shot for being on somebody's property. I'm back on dirt, and I'm on the Palmetto Trail proper. I saw a sign. I've pretty much lived my whole life in South Carolina. It's probably about 3 or 4 years lived in Charlotte. Then I lived up in Charlotte, North Carolina. Then I lived about a year in Sylva, North Carolina. Rest time has been around the state, from the upstate, the PD region. We are the litteringest bunch of people I've ever seen. Just, it is a constant just strew of litter along the roadways here. Yeah, I know we got Palmetto Pride, which is a enforcement program, but I don't know how to get people to take that pride part for real. It gets thrown down and nobody picks it up. Things worse below Columbia than it is in the upstate. I don't know why. It's more rural, you know. So I guess there's less resources to put in and cleaning it up, but man, it is just big things, small things. Microwaves, washers and dryers, tires, cans, bottles. I've done my own little unscientific study of this, riding my bike a lot. This soft drink drinkers, Mountain Dew, the worst litters. Lots of Red Bull. And for beer, Michelob Ultra. Come on, people. All you Michelob Ultra drinkers, stop throwing your cans out. Alright, there's my rant. Back to being a positive, pleasant person. Coming into Eutawville. Eutaw. There's the sign for the Palmetto Trail. See the Palmetto Pride. Trash all down the street. I promise this is the last time I ran about it. Alright, back on trail. Did see some horse poop, so somebody uses it. Looks like somebody's recently trimmed stuff back. I came to another dead end, and the route, the GPX bikepacking route was telling me to go, was blocked off. Obviously, somebody didn't want me to go that way anyway. It just went up to a house. But I walked up through here, could see a little bit of a footpath. So I'm not the first person to come down here. And comes over, and then the Palmetto Trail proper is over here. Let's see. Get a boat. See, there's a sign right here, Blaze. So obviously somewhere in Eutawville, I missed getting on this trail. But it wasn't part of the GPX file. So I think it's a good spot. Take a break, eat some waffles. So, eat a little bit of my waffle and a sausage sandwich. I think I've gone about 15 miles. So making good time. It is 9:20. By the way, that's my sandwich. Very soft. Try to do this with one hand. I'll eat a couple bites of it. Just a big waffle with a sausage in the middle of it. But it tastes good when you're hungry. All right, let me eat and then we'll get down the trail. I'm dying for a Coke, something carbonated. Hopefully it's really cold. Give me some caffeine, sugar, and carbonation in me. Over the bridge for diversion canal. I don't know what they're diverting. Alright, I'm getting off the main road behind a gated dirt road. Looks pretty good going. I've got about 15 miles to go to get to the campsite, and it's only 11:30, so I'm doing good. I may go further than that if I can find it. Looks like another campsite. I do want to say I've had one of the greatest ideas for bikepacking I can think of, and that is the waffle and sausage sandwich. A lot of times I get where I just can't eat anything when I'm riding. That's something I can stomach, chew on, put it in my belly, get some calories, fill my belly too, other than just getting calories from candy. So sit here for about 10 minutes, give my butt a rest, drink a little bit, and I'm gonna keep moving on. Okay, here's a challenge. There's a train blocking the path. I think I'm gonna have to just take my bags off to get past. Over or under, either way, I'm not gonna be able to do it with the bags. So let's see what I can do. This very well may be the stupidest thing I've ever done, but I got to get to the other side. I just don't want to hear the train engage. Don't want to pop my water either. That would be bad. All right, I gotta get my other 2 water bottles, my bags, and I'll be across. Watch, as soon as I get everything across, packed up, train will start moving out of the way. I don't think I'm gonna pedal up this one. I'm not sure if I'd slip or not. Probably gonna slip trying to walk with all this. To clear me a foothold each time. God, these pine needles are give me any purchase for my tire or my shoes. I don't think I want to ride down the other side. Thank God they put a little ridges here for putting my feet on. Oh, that was a missing one. Skip all the way up to here. Doesn't this look like fun? It is. Whew. So we're pretty dry. I probably could ride through that. It's just soft sand. I don't want to get in it. I do get nervous on these with the leaves. And then I don't think I'm gonna escape the rain today. I think I'll start feeling raindrops within an hour. I bet these things are not fun when they're wet. They look slimy. I'm on some canal system now. It should be fairly okay. Usually canals are deep enough where that's where the water goes. You can see right there. And then they would float, just skiffs, you know, just floating barge of goods. And then when you say barge, a small barge, I believe mules would just pull them up and down these canals. That was all over the East Coast until we discovered till the railroad came in. Crossing the canal. Without a tire. That's a pretty big gap. Now I can't help but stare at it. I know it's still there. Got up on top of the, I guess, dike you call it. I don't know. But seems to be a little bit better riding than down there. And I get to look at the canal. Better scenery than just staring at the power line. Got about 10 more miles to go to get to the campsite. I hope it's there. If not, I'll just keep moving forward. I'm actually feeling pretty good, a little sore, but energy wise, I kind of had a second wind. So I just don't want to ride in the dark. And I did choose to do this when the days are the shortest. Less than 12 hours of daylight. So just came by a couple guys of Santee Cooper. They said about a mile down the road, go through a gate on the right, take another right, and then I'll get on this little island between the canal and the lake. And he said there's some tent sites up in there. So that sounds like a plan for me. I'll get there early, but I'm kind of at a point where if I keep going any further, I'm gonna get to a spot where there will not be any options, I think. So, and that'll be right at 48 miles for the day. I'm at 46.3, 47, yeah, somewhere around in there. Glad I ran into him. Thank you, Santee Cooper. Well, I came down here. There's one camp spot. There's already a guy there. He didn't seem too keen on sharing the spot. I think he didn't have a tent or anything, so maybe he's just cowboy camping. But I'll keep heading south, see what I can find. Get back up on the dike. Well, I'm 15 miles from getting on the Forest Service. There's a camp spot there. That guy back there just kind of gave me the creeps. He didn't look like a hiker. He big work boots on, no tent. So it's only 240. So I should be able to push to there. I may be coming in the dark, but yeah, sometimes you gotta do this. That'd be 67 miles for the day or something. Back on another dike. Stopped in a little convenience store, got a Coke. Drank about half of it. Some Fritos. They had the Hunt Brothers pizza, but you only had to, you can only buy a whole pizza. I just want a slice. Talked to a fellow there. He said I made a wise choice not camping back on that other dike. He said there's a lot of sketchiness goes on there. So I think within less than 10 miles, I'll hit the Forest Service and I'll be on the trail. He said it's pretty good to camp anywhere there. And they have established campsites, but ain't nobody gonna bother you. So it feels like 6 o'clock at night, but 3. Of course, I only got about an hour and a half of good daylight left, so I'll just keep pushing. Keep on pushing. I think I'm actually entering maybe the Swamp Fox passage. I don't know. But I am leaving Lake Moultrie for sure. I believe I'm at a point where I can find a camp spot. I may not be far from the established campsite. It may do me good to go all the way to it. Either way, if I see something that looks good, I'm stopping. So I am 8 miles from the established campsite. If it is like this, I should be able to do that. I'll get there kind of dark, dusk, but as long as like this, I should be able to make some good time. I see something moving up. Oh, it's cars, so I'm gonna have to cross a road or something. Boom. And it's got seats. I don't think it has a picnic table, but I can sit my butt down and not be on a bicycle seat. Oh, very good. I found a good spot. 57 miles for the day, right at the beginning of Swamp Fox Passage. I'll make a decision tonight whether I'm gonna keep going or bail out and start heading toward my brother-in-law's house for Thanksgiving. I do want to make it easier on my wife. I don't want her to have to drive all the way down from the upstate and then drive another hour and a half coming to get me and then driving back to her brother's house. So cook me some supper. Hopefully I'll sleep good tonight. I got plenty of water. So I am so glad I found this campsite. That's it for tonight. Good night.
I was born in the hills of South Carolina.